What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Baldy's Barbecue Pit. Today we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do some baby back ribs. You guys were awesome. A bunch of subscribers said show us how to cook some ribs. So we're going to show you how to cook baby back ribs, but we're going to show you how to cook them 3 different ways at the same time. We got 3 racks of ribs. We'll have 3 different varieties. That way you can pick and choose. I won't just show you one. But once again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Remember, we love you. We love to cook. And we love it when you come watch us cook. So once again, tell your friends, tell your family. Let's hang out, let's have a good time. Cooking in the backyard like it's supposed to be. Okay, folks, like we said earlier, we're going to do 3 different types of ribs today. We've got a couple different seasoning combinations that we're going to do. And don't have my cameraman with me this time, so we're going to basically put the camera on the food so you can see that. You don't need to see me, I'm ugly and bald. But anyway, we're going to get started. First thing I'm going to do is grab me some butcher paper, put down on the counter here so that we can get all our spices and then we don't make a big mess. If you don't have butcher paper, that's fine. You can use anything, put it on the counter. I just put it on the butcher paper, it makes it work out a little easier. Alright, first thing we're going to do, we're going to grab the first slab. And one of the things that you look for in the baby backs is making sure that they're nice, cleaned up. Sometimes you'll need to trim a little bit of this fat off of here. It just depends, you know, on the back. Try to look at that, and there's a membrane. A lot of people don't understand what that is. Right in here is a membrane. Now, when you're cooking baby back ribs, you want to pull that membrane off. You got to have a paper towel. It just doesn't work without a paper towel. Don't know why. But basically, you're going to get up under there with a knife. Put a knife here. Just going to kind of get up under there, and you want to peel this membrane off. On a baby back rib, see how that's kind of peeling off there? On a baby back rib, you don't really need that membrane to hold it together because the other parts of the ribs will stay together. Now, if you're doing a beef rib, you know, those are getting to be real popular now. If you're doing a beef rib, you're going to need to leave that membrane on. Because what happens is, when you've got your, like this, and you pull this membrane off, that basically allows the seasoning to get to the back side of the meat. When you got the membrane on, that's just like a covering, and you're not going to, you can season it, but it's not going to go through that. Plus, when you go to cut them up, it's going to make it a little tougher and a little chewier. So that's why on the pork ribs and the baby backs especially, we pull that membrane off. On a beef rib, leave the membrane on because they're so big and heavy that you want to make sure that the membrane helps keep that meat attached to the bone. This is going to allow these bones to release a little bit and make it to where when you bite that rib, that bone just comes right out. So anyway, we're going to get the membrane off the back here. It's really weird. You gotta have a paper towel. It does not work with your hand for some reason, even if you got gloves on. You just get that, peel that membrane right off there. Boom, set it to the side. So what we're gonna do with these right here is we got these. They're all fixed up nice and clean. Membrane's gone. No fat on the back. We're gonna take some binding agents. What the binding agent does is we just take some yellow mustard, sprinkle it on here. And basically what that does is it allows your seasonings to adhere to the meat a little better. And so that way we'll just smear a little mustard on there. You can use mustard, you can use oil. People use different things. Mustard just seems to have not a lot of flavor to it, but a little bit. Then we're going to start with some Heath Rice garlic jalapeno. This is going to be our first layer of flavor that we're going to put there. We're going to do both sides of the meat. Like I said, do both sides of the meat just alike. But what we're going to do here is we're going to do 3 different styles. So we're going to have one, this is going to be just a dry rub. And then we're going to have 2 wet rubs. Next thing we're going to do is Keith's pecan rub. Another layer of flavor, kind of push that down in there. This is going to help give it this and the next one are going to give it that nice, beautiful red look when you put them on the grill. It's going to make them just look so pretty when they come off the grill. So we got that there. Then we're going to go with Heath's honey rub. You can put as much or as little as you want. This one's just a little layers of flavor and gives you just a little more flavoring in some, and then some we're going to do with just salt and pepper and a little bit of another sauce, but it just depends. Now, one thing that happens from time to time is when you get ready to flip these ribs over, you go, all my seasoning came off. A little spray vegetable oil there. All that does is just kind of help it stick, so when I turn it upside down, a little bit falls off, but not a lot. I'm gonna mustard again on this side. We're gonna put mustard on all of them. You know, this is just a little mustard rub here to kind of help those spices stick down there, but then we're gonna start again with Heath's jalapeno. My wife will like this, she loves jalapenos. Then we're gonna do, what we do? Pecan rub. Put the honey on last. Pecan rub. Like I said, the more spices you put on there, the more layers of flavor that you're gonna get. And depending on what you like as far as your flavor profile, you just have to kind of put them on there. Honey rub. Mash those two down in there good. Get it right down the edge. This is going to be more of our dry rubbed ribs. So we got that one done. What we're going to do is we're going to set him over here out of the way. Wipe up our mess here. Then we're going to start with the next one. This next one, I've just got some kind of steak seasoning stuff that I like to use periodically on those. And what we're going to do with this one is, once again, same way. We pull the membrane off. Always pull that membrane off on your pork, because if you don't, woo-wee, sometimes she gets tough. You won't be able to cook them enough to get that flavoring through there. So it's a little bit of that. What I've got here is just some steak seasoning salts. Some of the stuff we use on steaks: salt, pepper, got some garlic, just your typical seasoning. And once again, it just depends on what you like as far as your flavoring goes. Do that. A little vegetable spray on there kind of helps keep it from falling off. Mustard. Like I said, you don't need a whole lot of mustard. You're just trying to get something that's got the, make your spices stick to it. So I like this seasoning here. Sometimes I just go in the cabinet, put it like that. Throw it in your mouth. We'll set this one over there. There's a second set. Wipe down our stuff so we don't cross our spices up. Next one that we're going to do, close up all of our stuff here, is just going to be a salt and pepper only. Now, one of the ribs that we're going to do, we're going to do with something really special and unique. You've probably never seen it before. I've seen it once or twice, and that's when I decided, we got 3 racks of ribs, let's do 3 different styles. So we're going to show you cheerwine, which is a drink that was in the South, which is North Carolina, where I'm from. They started it up a long time ago, and basically it's a cheerwine. It's kind of like a cherry almost a cherry Dr. Pepper. This one you don't have to worry about it falling off as much. Well, what we're going to do on this particular rack of ribs with the salt and the pepper, we're going to put the Cheerwine Glaze barbecue sauce. The other two, we're going to put a barbecue sauce on them also, but it's not going to be the Cheerwine. We're just going to have one Cheerwine. And you can do it with Dr. Pepper. Some people do it with 7-Up. We'll get to that a little bit later on in the program, and we'll show you exactly what we do to get that. Because you can take Dr. Pepper, some people do 7-Up. I do Cheerwine because it's an old southern thing, and Cheerwine's slogan was they were born in the South and raised in the glass. So anyway, all right. So there we go. We got all 3 racks of the ribs. Gonna let them set a few minutes. Gonna go out, get the grill fired up, and we'll be right back. We're at 205, we're preheating. We're working on the Traeger, the Ironwood 885 today. You know, we got the egg over there, and we got Big Papa over here. But we're gonna use the Traeger today because it's a kind of a easy set it and forget it. One thing a lot of people say is, I don't have a grill, Ron. What am I supposed to do? Not a problem. You can do the same thing we're doing outside on the grill, except in the house, in your oven. Once again, you just got to watch the grill, make sure you got enough of a pan in there to catch the juices and stuff from it. But you can do this in your oven. If you don't have an outside barbecue grill, don't feel bad. You can do it in the oven. All right, what we got here is one last shot of all 3 of them before they go. This particular one here, you can see the dark rich color. That's the one we used the honey, the pecan, the jalapeno rub on. This one's a little lighter texture. It was just some steak seasoning stuff you season a steak with. I put on there. And then this one over here, a lot lighter, nothing but salt and pepper. This will be the one that has the Cheerwine glaze on it. All 3 racks looking good, ready to hit the grill. We got them set on the grill. We're going to wait 3 hours. We're going to come back, and once again, give them time. Take your time. Don't get in a hurry. This is one of those situations where it's slow and it's low, and the longer it takes to cook them, the more tender they're going to be. So once again, 3 hours. We'll be back to talk. So we're about an hour and a half into the cooking process. I'm going to open it up. Take a little apple juice in the sprayer. This helps keep a little bit of moisture in there. Just a little bit of apple juice and they are good to go. About an hour and a half into the cook. We'll come back in about another hour. It's been about 3 hours. I'm gonna open her up. Oh no, look at there. Okay, it's been 3 hours. Time to put them on the aluminum foil, wrap them up with a butter bath. Let's see what we can do. Okay, the first rack we're bringing in, look at that. Oh goodness. What we're gonna do, this is the one we used all the Heath Riles rub. So what we're gonna do with this one, we're gonna sprinkle a little bit down here like that. We got 2 pieces of aluminum foil. That way we don't break through. Then we're going to take these ribs, they're nice and juicy, lay them over there. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's We'll put a little bit more rub on there for flavor. Then what we're going to do, we'll make a butter boat. And this is, if you go to Heath's website, it's a butter bath. Got to get us a spoon here. There's one right up there in the rafters. Always wipe it off. You never know what's been on there. What we're going to do next is whisk over here out of the way. Take this butter bath. Can you see that? We're just going to go right down the middle with it. Oh goodness, this stuff here you could drink this. Stuff is good and thick and yummy. It's a just basically put it in with some apple juice. Just bring this up like this. Roll it over to a nice good seal. Hold that over there. Good seal there. Boom. That one's done. I'm going to put it back on the grill. Bring the next two in. This is the one that we use with just the one seasoning salt, just a little bit of that. So what we're going to do is, once again, put this down just a little bit down there in the bottom, just to give it a little extra flavor. Take this rib careful, flip her over. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you got to come in and see that. Let me get the camera here where we can see this a little better. Look at that. See the bones starting to pull apart a little bit. A little bit of char, but that stuff will pick right off. See how that picked off? Just throw it away. This one, we're going to do the same way. A little bit of seasoning on that back side there. What we're doing is we're putting them meat side down this time so that all that meat can just baste in this butter bath. There, and this side. Oh goodness! But let me tell you something. Man, that's good stuff. Just a little bit down here on the end. Oh my goodness! Once you get that thing in the butter bath. I've tried a lot of different things, but this comes from Heath Riles. Go online, look him up. He's like 6-time rib world champion. I mean, he is the rib what Michael Jordan was to basketball. Number 2, going on the grill. Be right back. This rack is the one that all we did was a little bit of salt and pepper. So that's all we're going to put on there. We just kind of continue to season them the same way on the tongs. There you go. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Wow. See the way it's starting to pull away from the bone just a little bit. Not quite done. These old girls are getting close. I'm going to turn you around this way. I'm going to juice one with it. Oh my goodness, look at there. Ho, 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 ho. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait. What I'm going to do? Get this old butter bath put on there. That side. Look at the juice in there we didn't know we had. That's apple juice. That's all it is his butter bath. You just mix it up with apple juice. Had a little bit left in the bottom. We gotta make sure we get as much on this booger as we can. Ah, there we go. Wrap this rascal up. 3. All right, we're getting ready to make some barbecue sauce. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna take some Sweet Baby Ray's, good barbecue sauce, good by itself. We're gonna doctor it up and give it a little bit of flavor, something different. You can do this with Dr. Pepper or anything, but this is cheerwine syrup. This is the syrup that they make the cheerwine drinks out of. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make some cheerwine Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open this up a fresh bottle there of Baby Ray's and a couple of good squirts in there. This you have to basically make it to taste, depending on what you like. Start out with that little bit there. And stir it all around here. What this is going to do, that daggum cheerwine, oh my gosh, look at that. Look how red that is. Woo! That cheerwine, if you've never had it, it's a drink that was born in the South. We got this syrup from the North Carolina State Fair. And my daughter bakes cookies with it. We do a lot of things with it. It just kind of adds a little bit of a different flavor to it, something different. Stir it up, get it all mixed up, and see. Whoop. A little bit more barbecue sauce. You don't want the cheerwine syrup to be too prominent, but you want to make it to where when they taste it, especially if they're from the South, they'll go, golly, that tastes like cheerwine. Duh. Cheerwine barbecue sauce. We're going to make enough to do 2 racks. That should do probably 2 racks once we braise it on there. Oh yeah. Once she blends a little bit, she'll be good. So like I said, first rack of ribs, the one that we, the middle rack, the one that we just had the steakhouse seasoning on, that's going to be our baby back ribs. That's going to be ones with the cheerwine. Then we've got the one with the salt and pepper. I'm going with my buddy Glenn Watson out of Milford, Delaware. M&E barbecue sauce. Awesome. It's an award-winning barbecue sauce. You can look him up. M&E barbecue sauce. You can get it from him. You can call the boys in Florida and get it. And then probably the third rack, we're just going to do Sweet Baby Ray's. This is a great sauce. A lot of people use it. I've seen people use it in competitions. I got beat by somebody using Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, so I learned my lesson. I'll use it too. Okay, first rack off the grill. Oh my goodness. Oh. Let's stick a probe down in there. Take it up first. Goes in like butter. A little over 200, right where we want it to be. Oh my goodness, look at that. See how it's pulling away from the bone right there? I don't know if you can see that real well. Pulling away from the bone there, the bones are coming in. But when your probe just goes in, and it's like butter, oh my goodness, is it going to be good? Now, we're going to take these, going to turn them over, glaze them, put them back on the grill. Be right back. This is the third set here. This is the one that we put all the Heath Riles' spices on. And as you can tell, the bones are pulling away here. As you can kind of see those. And as we go to move it, it's just about to fall apart. They're just perfect. Just the way I like my baby backs. I like them so tender. Ouch, that was hot. I like them so tender that they're falling off the bone. Now we're going to go outside. We're going to put them on the grill. We're going to braise that. That was hot. Damn. That was really hot. That hurt my fingers. But we're going to put some barbecue sauce on them. Look at that. If we had smell-o-vision, you all would be going. Be right back. All right, we're done. They're nice. They're glazed. Get back from roast. Everything's ready to go. Waiting on them to bring us the plates. And then we're going to start eating on these things. Once again, we'll show you what they look like when we're eating them in just a minute. We're getting all cleaned up. We have some awesome ribs, fell off the bone tender. Just remember, comment what you want to see us cook down below, and we'll cook it. Next one is going to be a Boston butt on some pulled pork barbecue.